Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tutorials of Tone. My name is Alex. Thank you so much for watching this video. What we're talking about today, Jo Dee Messina's 90s country classic, Bye Bye. If you're in a female-led country band, they should be calling this song, and many of them do, so it's nice to have a preset nice and dialed in. There are only a few scenes, few sounds, but a little bit of malleability to help you in your next situation. Let's dive right in. First up, we have our input block. Everything is at stock settings, except the threshold of our gate is at negative 47.5 dB. That's where I like it for my Morse Music Man guitars. I'm on the bridge pickup, the bridge humbucker specifically, throughout this entire tune. If you're playing on a Tele, I'm primarily on the bridge, but every now and then I do move to the mid position. Up next, we have our amp block. We're using a JCM 800 2204 high for this one, as opposed to the studio and live band recordings, which are using a Fender Bassman with pedals in front of it, such as a tube screamer. Adjust to taste. I've chosen this because it gets a little bit closer to that sound a little bit more quickly for me. So when I revamped all of these presets, this was the choice I went with. You can tell that the gain is down quite a bit when we have the input boost off. We have the option, as we heard in the intro, to engage that input boost, which is a neutral boost type at 10 dB. With and without, we get this. As you may have noticed in that example, our level also has a modifier attached to it. It's the same control switch we're using for the input boost with just half dB attenuation. So when we bring in that input boost, we're not blowing out the meters or changing our levels too drastically. We're keeping everything at unity gain. We have no low cut to speak of and an 8500 Hz high cut on the amp block. We're running that into a pair of 4x12 1960 cabs, a 1960B V30 as the bulk of our sound, and 4x12 1960A with a 57 on it, dialed back 2.5 dB. We have a 60 Hz low cut and a 10K high cut on the cab. We are running all of that into a medium plate reverb in parallel. Everything is at stock settings here, except our level is dropped down significantly. We're just bringing this in for a little bit of extra breath. As you have not yet heard, we do have a chorus block running in parallel before the reverb and the delay. This is only brought in for our bridge section, where I've chosen to get a little bit of a chorused vibe for those big clean chords. And they sound like this. Just helps fill out that space a little bit and really bring that big vibe home. We're running that into a stereo tape delay set to a quarter note, and our BPM of the song is at 134 BPM. As you can see, there is a modifier here, but it is not affected on this channel by our expression pedal. That only affects channel B, which is being used in our main scene with a mono tape delay set to an 1/8 note. You can bring that in or out as you please, and the delay will bypass. So when you're playing these examples in the verses and the fills in the pre-chorus, you can bring this in to taste. A really nice option to have. If you're not a big fan of the warble caused by the stereo tape delay, you can switch over to channel C for the bridge section, and we have a digital stereo delay dialed in to the same percentage and quantization. Just note, however, that the differences between tape and digital delays, digital is an exact representation of what you played, so there's no high or low end material being shaved off as the repeats happen. So you may find that the delay is a little bit stronger on the digital stereo side. If you go this route, make sure you check the levels and get that dialed in to taste. Well, that about does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope you got a lot out of this, and I hope you can use this on your next country gig. If you enjoyed this video, there are plenty more throughout the channel. Tutorial of tones, Fractal 101s, gear reviews, playthroughs, etc. Thank you for watching this video, and I'm going to play you all out with a little bit of blue tones as well as the Fender Telecaster, which are available in the country pack on the Gumroad store, the link of which is in the description. Take care.